Hey, what's up everyone? Forever Legacy is here back here with another video, and guys, welcome back to another episode of Forever Answering Your Questions, episode 7. And if you're new to this channel or new to this series, basically is a weekly Q&A series I do here on the channel where I ask you guys to leave your comments relating to Lego Star Wars, or even mock questions down in the comment section below. And each week I try my best to answer as many as I possibly can. This week we have a few longer comments or questions, I guess you could say. So with all that out, let's get right into today's first question. First question today comes from Frank's Fantastic Bricks. He asks, if you could do mini Mocs following a Star Wars movie, what would it be? Also, keep up the great work. Appreciate that, man. Basically, that question means is, at least I'm taking it as, like, if I choose a certain Star Wars movie, whether it be relating to episode 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., to do, like, mini Mocs, or in my case, I'd probably do vignettes of certain scenes going throughout the whole movie. If I had to choose a movie, I'd probably pick between either... My guess is I'm going to pick between either Revenge of the Sith or probably Return of the Jedi. I think both of those things would be really cool to make, I guess, small mini Mocs or vignettes. If I do those, I'd probably do vignettes with, like, black borders around it to give it that really nice popping feel. And basically, I'd make, like, certain scenes, like these small little scenes throughout the whole movie, and kind of representation, like starting from the beginning of the film where it's the space battle over Coruscant, and then ending it out with Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine on the bridge of the soon-to-be Star Destroyer looking out at the Death Star. I think that'd be really cool. Again, if I had to choose between those two, I'd probably pick either Revenge of the Sith or Return of the Jedi. I think both movies would be really cool to make, like, small little vignettes, kind of give it that little mock series. Next question comes from Josiah Weaver. He asked, great vid, I am so hyped to see Kamino start. What is your favorite Lego Star Wars minifigure? Well, glad to hear that and appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed episode 1 on this past Sunday. I do want to mention that I'm actually recording everything before I go to Indiana. For those of you who don't know, I'm going up to go visit some friends, kind of just for like a few days, just go hang out for a while. And so I'm trying to film some videos that are going to be going out this week, including this one. But hope you all enjoyed episode 1 of Battle of Kamino, both mine and Aiden's, I guess, part of the collaboration. Definitely a fun time, and I'm super excited because I've been working on a bunch of that. But getting on with the actual question, what is my favorite Lego Star Wars minifigure? That's kind of hard because, like, there's a humongous amount of Lego figures in Star Wars, Lego's belts for Star Wars figures. Kind of hard. I'm gonna take it as, like, what figures I own, because of the fact that I can literally just pick any random one, like maybe the Chrome C-3PO or something like that. But I'm gonna just go buy it with, like, figures that I actually own personally, just because of the fact that I can kind of go anywhere with that. My favorite fig, looking around my room, is probably gonna be the UCS Slave 1 Boba Fett. He's currently inside my Slave 1 at the moment, so I'm not gonna take it out. So he's probably my number one. I have a few others, like I like the old Luke Skywalker minifigure. I love the most recent Darth Vader figure. I think that's awesome. I also have, like, a bunch of these, like, older, cooler minifigures that are really cool to have. But yeah, I'm probably gonna say the UCS Boba Fett is probably my favorite minifigure, just because the detail on him is just insanely nice, and I don't know, it's probably my favorite minifigure in general. So next question comes from today's next question comes from Arc Trooper 37 Productions. He asked, what is your favorite Lego Star Wars set of all time, and love the videos? Again, I'm gonna have, it's kind of hard to pick because there's, like, so many that have been made. I'm gonna pick one set that I actually own that's my favorite, and then I'll probably pick a set that I don't own, or at least don't own at the moment. I guess for the set that I own that's probably my favorite is the UCS Slave 1. I know I just answered, like, my favorite minifigure was the Boba Fett from that set, but honestly, it's, like, the coolest Star Wars sets I own to date right now, just because of the fact that the actual detail on it, and it just looks so fantastic. As well as, if you're curious why I keep looking over here, that's kind of where I have the Slave 1 set up, so that's why I keep panning over on that side. Plus, I love it how it is, if I'm correct, it is minifig scale, so if I ever decide to do anything like from Bestman or something like that. I'd love to do like the landing pad where the slave one is, where it's taking off. I think that'd be super cool to do. Kind of just have a landing pad for the slave one. Now for a set that I don't own, that's probably my favorite, would probably be the most recent UCS Millennium Falcon. Now, if you're curious why they're both UCS sets, because of the fact that they have the most detail. Not just because they're the biggest, just because, like, overall, if I had to pick between that and the Battle Pack, I'm going to say that because of the fact that it looks much nicer. So, the UCS Falcon's probably going to be tied with the Slave one, just because of the fact that, other than it being a huge set, it's just such a gorgeous vehicle, and such a like the actual detail and the greebling on the actual ship just looks fantastic. And I hope at some point, wink wink, that I'll be getting it at some point. So next and final question is coming from, where is it? Give me a second. Next and final question comes from Imperial Bricks Productions. He asks, do you plan out your Mocs, or do you just have an idea in your head and build from that? So as you saw in, if you guys like rewatched or watched from the beginning of Hoth, or even saw the episode 1 of Kamino, I actually have a kind of blueprint set up ready to go for the Moc in case, because of the fact that for a lot of things I do just kind of go off my head. I'll look at a picture of the actual thing and kind of just like figure out in my head, okay, this is what I want to look like. Then I'll like play around with actual bricks, or I'll go on to LDD, which is Lego Digital Designer, and kind of just build from that. But for like these big type of things, like the actual layout of a Moc, I tend to write out blueprints. I'll grab a piece of paper or a sheet or something like that, map out everything, and kind of get in the idea of like, okay, this is how big it's gonna be. What can I fit? What can I put in space of like empty space? And I tried to do my best. I'm still working on the blueprints for Kamino. There's still some empty space that's just going to be completely filled with water, which is fine and all that, but I don't like how there's that much empty space. So to answer your question, yes, I do plan it out. I try to get everything planned out before like a series starts. I did that with Kamino, and funny enough, the plans don't always 100% look like the actual Moc that you build. Like if you go back to Battle of Hoth, for instance, if you look at the instructions or the blueprints that I made for Hoth and look at the actual creation, there's a bit of difference, and like you can tell there's like different things that weren't on the blueprints that went onto the Moc, or that went on the Moc that, or I guess vice versa for that factor. But I do try my best to get blueprints out, or at least a rough draft on what I want the Moc to look like. So yes, I do make plans for the creations, which is honestly a good choice to do, or I guess a good option, because of the fact that I don't mind going off the top of my head with building stuff, especially when I'm doing like something small. I'll just go off the top of my head. But when you're planning out something like that large, or just even not even that large, if you're just planning on like a small 4x4 or just one base plate, it's a little bit easier, because if you map it out and you see it on a piece of paper, you say, okay, that's what I envisioned, and it kind of helps you out when building, because like, oh, if I want to change anything, yeah, I can change it, no problem at all. But at least you got a rough idea of what you want it to look like. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's episode. I know it's a bit smaller, but again, if you enjoyed the video and if you want to continue this, want me to continue this series, definitely smash the like button. If you have any questions relating to Lego Star Wars, or Moc questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get them out in the next week's episode. Next week's episode may come in out a little late, just because of the fact that, again, I'm going to be gone, and it's going to be a bit difficult to actually get back into the video scheduling. Now for building Kamino episode 2, I'm probably going to skip next week. I know the series just started, but the fact that I'm going to be gone, I'm not going to be able to actually film Kamino. I have done some work, but that's just going to make the episode 2 even better, because of the fact that there's going to be even more work. But stay tuned. There's also going to be a lot of videos coming from Aiden and myself. We're going to do our best to get some content out for you guys, special videos coming out soon. So let me know in the comments section what you think of today's video, as well as leave your comments down below. If you're at all new to this channel, definitely subscribe. We're actually almost close to 500 subscribers, which is insane. So I think that's going to be it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.